Good evening, this is Nerd Human, and welcome to the finale of our AI Infantry only Battle Royales here in Medieval 2 Total War. And of course, for the finale, we have ourselves our champions. I'll be honest, they're not the factions I would have been expecting to make it to the final of the Infantry only, but that's just really the way this has been going. The squad resolution has been bizarre. Now I'm going to be playing as Albanian cavalry today so that I can run away and try and make things as neutral as possible. So we have ourselves the Moors. We've had a bit of Florence left over, but this is really the best we can do. Dismounted Christian Guard and some Hashashin. Very, very nice indeed. They've been pretty good in their 2 rounds. I have been legitimately impressed with them. As for, well, technically this is some rebel mercenaries, but we're going to give them to the Papal States. Why ever not? Flagellants, religious fanatics, pilgrims, all different flavours of a similar kind of unit, although these guys are actually quite legitimately good, and sheer numbers has generally done very well in this campaign. I am slightly worried that these guys are totally going to win. And the last finalist is a bit of a strange one, the Polish, who seem to have just, I don't know how they've quite got through. They're good units, don't get me wrong, but I wasn't expecting them to make it here, so we'll see how they get on. Who is my favourite? I think the Moors are the best of the 3, but I suspect the Papal States are going to sneak a victory here. So as ever, do cheer your faction in the comments below. Do avoid spoilers, though, in that first line of your message. However, I do think it is time to head on into battle. Into battle we go, and of course on this occasion I am getting my men out of the battlefield. I don't normally do this in part because it does tend to affect the AI, and certainly in Rome Total War it would tend to break the game entirely. It would just crash once you left the battlefield. So the speech man is kind of angry about this. However, it's time for us to watch the Papal States run into a big bloody mess of a battle. I enjoy the little messages from my general here. Our army is tiring. We've lost half our men. They seem to have fled, sir. Oh yes, one issue we also get is the lack of banners, but that should be absolutely fine. So in come the Moors, the Papal States, and the Polish in one massive chunk. I say the Papal States. Are they here? Yes, they are here. Lovely. Although, yeah, I'm going to lack my banner for a thumbnail now. That's a bit of a shame. I have to go and create one later. But it is an almighty crash here. I say the Battle of Pavia, pretty flat in general. This is a little bit of a hillock here in the middle, which the Papal States are going to take up, which makes me all the more likely to think that they are going to win. But the Christian Guard, I suspect, are going to be the most dominant unit on this field. But them taking out Poland, is that good? Probably good for their score. The question is, are the Papal States going to use their men, their numerical advantage correctly? They are indeed coming into the back here of the Moorish lads, although it's some of the terrible guys, not some of their better units. Without the banners, it is hard to tell if anyone is fleeing. That's probably another reason why I don't normally do this running away from the battlefield scenario, but it does look like those Polish lads are indeed running away. They're not coming in to flank, but these guys have at least gone and grabbed the hill up here. Very nice indeed. Not the worst position for a little screenshot. Without the banners, though, it's not quite the same. There's an awful lot of these guys, and yeah, the Moors have just lost their general. That could be a problem, actually. So how are they feeling about that? It looks like one unit might start to be fleeing, but oh, come on. You've got to do enough damage. Surely you can do enough damage. The Polish have, yeah, the Polish and the Moors have decided what everyone else should have learned in earlier rounds, which is basically just go and get rid of these guys, clear them out, get enough men on top of them. But unfortunately, the morale is not bad. They're surprisingly decent units. I mean, normally you grab them to push rams, but if you can get the Flagellant guys, yeah, they're pretty damn powerful. The Religious Fanatics decent as well. And, oh, Religious Fanatics taking on, I said the Moors, but they are the Christian Guard of the Moors. It's not the Christians taking each other down, which does check through history, to be fair. Yes. I must say it's fascinating watch this Religious Fanatic take on these guys, or this Pilgrim anyway, because he's just punching them. He's just chinned 2 of them, which is impressive. Well done, Steve. And it should be said that the Papal States are shrugging them all off. It's just the Moors by the looks of it. I'm not sure. Are the Polish officially gone? Poland is still here. I think it might be the Moors who are officially running. Oh dear. I think the peasant rabble. The religious fanatics are gonna do it. Oh, no clubs. There's daggers, there's fist fights, there's... Oh, the Polish have turned around, giving them the 1-2, but they've not killed that many with that little charge there. I think the Moors are officially done. That's a shame. They seem to have got themselves routed, which is a problem. Papal States, how are they doing? I don't know about the power bar. Poland is still hiding in those trees. This could go any way, but I've seen the Papal States do this before, and I suspect they might just do it again. I thought the Polish were regrouping down here. It turns out they're actually having a fight. They're running away just as their reinforcements arrive. That's not how reinforcements work, lads. Just let them help you. You could maybe pass them the buck, but not immediately run away. Oh, for Pete's sake. This guy doesn't even know what to do anymore. No one's even taking him on. He's surrounded, lads. Take him down. Oh, they're terrified of him, but he's not doing anything either. Yeah, that's the Papal States General, isn't it, Thomas? Indeed it is. You kind of caught me out there, guarding him. Ah, forward, he says. Yes, and down comes the charge of the Pilgrims from the hill, and it's a swarm of Catholic rats come to devour everyone. Oh, dear. Yes, it does look like they are being cleared out. That's a shame. It's the final battle, I think, now. Yes, images of a Plague Tale innocence running through my brains. The rats swarming and us falling to the ground. Us, the Poles, the mighty Poles. Not Frenchies here today. They're going to fight well. Well done, Poland. I know there is actually a fair amount of the channel viewership, which is Polish. I think about the third highest viewers actually are the Poles. So welcome to the Poles. Doing a much better job in this one. You know what? I would say in general, I wouldn't say they've done a bad job at all. They've fought well. It's just I feel like they haven't got any particularly spectacular looking units. They're just very solid. They keep fighting, and it's keeping them long enough to get the points they need. And there's not a lot left in this unit. There's a lot of, yeah, these guys just running around here in the distance. Well, they've done enough though. I really don't know. The Moors being the favourites, obviously immediately are the ones that flee. But under this set of trees over here, the last few Poles put up a pretty good stand, but against the Flagellant guys, yeah, maces into the head. They're not going to do it. And indeed, pretty much immediately the enemy does flee. And that is officially the end of the battle in terms of, well, he was actually fighting. But Papal States do probably have the lighter guys. They can probably chase them down. If they can do that, I think they will be claiming victory. And as the final unit is about to finally cross over the finish line, the victor are the Poles. That is pretty fair. How did we lose one man? I don't know. Apparently we left him behind. Anyway, yes, over here, the Moors coming third. Fair enough. But the Papal States didn't do enough in the end. The mystery of the score will forever be an interesting one. I'm not sure we're going to go with scored resolution in the future, but we will see what we do. Nonetheless, let's give our congratulations to the Poles, who officially, apparently, have the best infantry in all of Medieval 2 Total War. Usually at this point I would show you the statistics for my faction, but it's not particularly interesting. What was more interesting was that someone apparently died. But there we go. Thank you for joining me today on this AI only affair. We shall of course be having more of these in the future, but for now I think it's time to move on to a new series, so do be looking out for that in the very near future. Though of course you can support the channel in the meantime by becoming a member here or on Patreon, by liking, subscribing, and also by getting involved in that there comment section. It is all very much appreciated. I hope you will join us next time, but for now I will leave you. I'm Nerds the Human. Thank you, friends, and tally-ho. Today we're going to go for particularly aggressive diplomacy. Oh yes, it worked. Kablamo! You were always going to die, Steve. Oh! My feudal knights! My crispy feudal knights! The ram's burning! Right at the death!